Welcome back to Auto Ducks. Took this gal out for a test drive this weekend, and it went right up to 250 degrees, which is way more than I feel safe on. So this today, which is Monday, Memorial Day, and next weekend is pretty much the only time I have left to work on this before Power Tour. And what I end up doing now in this video will determine if I take this car or if I take my plan B, which right now my plan B is my 2011 Ford F-250. Much more comfortable, but not really what I want to take on Power Tour. I really want to take this one. So let's see if I can get her cooling off. The other thing that has happened is the cold starts have gotten worse. I can now not start this without spraying a little bit of starter fluid at it. She starts right up with a little bit of starting fluid, so there's something wrong in either I'm not getting enough gas, or the power steering, or not the power steering, the fuel pump's not strong enough to start it, but it's strong enough to keep it going, which apparently is a thing. I did not realize. So I'm going to take care of the cooling system first, because I can get by with spraying a little starter fluid in it each time. That's concerning, but it's not as concerning as this overheating. So the only thing I've changed recently is I was fighting a possible vacuum leak trying to get this thing to idle, and turned out the carburetor was loose. I tightened up the 4 bolts holding the carburetor down. I probably should have took it off and replaced the gasket, but I just tightened it up, and that seemed to let the car idle a little easier. It still idles a little rough, but it's better. So that's pretty much that, and I changed the fuel filter. The fuel filter, the old one was clogged, was clogged pretty bad, but she still ran. With the new fuel filter in there, it's not running nearly as well, which is the opposite of what I expected. So I will attempt. I got a really late start today. It's already 3 p.m., so I don't know how many hours I'm going to work on this tonight, but I'm going to investigate the cooling system a little bit better. I did do the flush on it a week or so ago. It doesn't seem to have changed at all. Well, it seems to have gotten worse since the radiator flush. So this time I'm actually going to take some of it apart. I may try to replace the thermostat. Looking at it last time with the AC unit on, it is a pain in the ass to get on there, or to get in there to take it off. But I might just deal with it and replace the thermostat. I have another one on the shelf that I bought before I realized how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be. But better doing it here and trying to solve the overheating problem before I'm stuck somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. All right, since I last left you, I finished up with the thermostat, and replacing the thermostat and doing a test drive. I had a hard time getting this thing to get up to 200 degrees. It mostly idled around 185 to 190, which is exactly where I was hoping to get it. So I think our problem was just either a seized or a clogged up thermostat. I also replaced the battery with a brand new one. The one I had was only a year old, but it was testing bad for some reason. But it was still starting the car. It just was starting it slower. The new battery seems to have helped it a lot, but I don't think I've completely fixed the cold starts. So she's pretty much ready. My co-pilot's here he's down in the office trying to fix his flights on the way back to give us an extra day just in case. I'm really fairly well packed in here. I've got a power station and an electric cooler here. filled with snacks and drinks. Plenty of snacks over there, and all sorts of things. I got my spare battery in here, some tables, some chairs, a giant toolbox, a regular Pittsburgh Mechanics toolkit that I bought a number of years ago and have never opened it and never used it. But it's here in case I need it. Water, more snacks. Every little cubby in the station wagon is full of fluids or tools or paper towels and anything that I might need on the road. I've got spare hoses. I've got spare belts. So everything I need is in here. I think we're ready to go. We got to go fuel this thing up tonight, grab some dinner, come back, throw some suitcases in this thing and my computer gear, and then we're ready to hit the road. We're looking to leave here about 5 a.m. in the morning and make it up to Lincoln, Nebraska on our first day, which is not quite as far as I pushed it last year. We got up to Council Bluffs on the first day last year, and this year I'm going to take it a little bit easier. And we're leaving so early in the morning because I'm hoping to make it up there for the before the Museum of the Land Speed or whatever it's called museum closes for the day, which is 4 or 4:30 in the evening, and I lose an hour going out of the Mountain Time Zone into Central Time Zone. So it's going to take about 7.5 hours or so to get there, not counting stops. And there's a couple historic markers that I want to stop at. The Golden Spike, which is the meeting of the two railroads across country. They have a little museum and gift shop that I want to pull over. So there's probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half worth of boondoggling to do on this other larger boondoggle. I also want to try to figure out how to register for Mo Power Party, which is the convoy inside of a bigger convoy. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I've seen them posting it on Facebook, and I just haven't had the chance to figure out how to register for that. Definitely something I want to join in on, and we'll see if we can figure that out on the road on our way there. Once we get to a hotel in Nebraska and all the museums close at 4:30, there'll be time for us to upload videos and search to what we can sign up for on top of Hot Rod Power Tour. So I'm really excited. I am kind of bummed that I wasn't able to get my act together to go on Poverty Tour, which is they're probably in Utah right now, maybe still in Arizona. But I haven't looked today to see who's posting what from where. But I think that's probably about where those guys are, and I really was hoping to join them. But schedule-wise, didn't work out this year. So we'll see, maybe next year. And see if I'm driving this or if I'm driving my Plymouth Scamp. That was the big road tour vehicle I wanted to have running. But it's running great, but it's got some frame rot that I wasn't aware of that I really want to have repaired before I take her on the highway. But yeah, this is it. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick update. I'll merge this with my update from the other day that I never published, and at least I'll get something out before I leave Colorado. So thanks, everybody. Hey, just had dinner at his local Mexican restaurant. Hey, she made it from the house to the restaurant, so that's the first step. All right, next step in the morning, we're going to head up to Lincoln, Nebraska.